Friends, guests, and adventurers of all ages, tonight's show is for the brave, the fearless, and the dangerously curious. Witness feats of strength, daring acrobatics, and mystifying magic. Get ready to have the most astounding night of your life. Welcome to the Circus of Wayward Wonders. Welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure.
Hey everyone, welcome to Roll for Combat, Three-Ring Adventure. I'm your GM and host, Stephen Glicker, and in this week's episode, the crew start to clear out the surrounding forest, and they find out that they're not alone. So, in this week's episode, you might notice that there's a bit of tension between me and the players, and that is because of something that occurs in this episode. I call it words versus actions. So, you should make sure you go to the Discord channel and check out the map. I'm going to put the map for this area on the Discord channel because it's going to be very hard to picture everything that happens in this episode unless you actually see it on the map. The point is that this is a gigantic map, and there's several parts where they say that they, quote, search an area. But the problem was, whenever they said they were searching an area, the characters were usually 40 to 50 feet away from the area they said they were searching. Now, I have a rule. My rule is, where your character is on the map is where your character is. If your character doesn't actually move to a square, then they weren't on that square. It's a very simple rule. I've used that rule pretty much my entire life. And there's a bit of disconnect because they're thinking, oh, if my character is 50 feet away and I say, quote, I searched it, you see, that's the problem. I don't actually know what their character did. Did their character walk into the room? Did they search every inch of the room? Did they spend an hour searching the room? Like, what did they do? And the reason why this is important is because there's traps. Very specific traps on very specific squares. Therefore, it's very important for me to know which character is going in which location. And let me tell you something. I can tell, just by the way everyone was moving their characters, that nobody wanted to go anywhere. They were moving very, very gingerly, very slowly, and everyone was as far away as possible into every location. So when they said they searched an area, no one moved their character, and then I said, okay, you search the area from 50 feet away and you find nothing, and then they're upset. You see, in my other games, we do this thing, it's called greyhawking. Whenever you greyhawk an area, that means that you will go through that area with a fine-tooth comb, and every single thing that can be found will be found. Every single trap that can be set off will be set off. And that is basically like taking a 20 inside of an area. It also takes a very long time to do. And I use that term as shorthand. You'll hear it in Dead Sons and the Agents of Edgewatch podcast a lot, because that's kind of where we got it from. And we just say, okay, we're greyhawking the area. In that case, anything goes, and if a trap goes off, so be it. Now, if they're going to say, quote, I am doing a thorough search of the area, I will say, okay, does that mean that your characters are going into that area, searching it, and you will use my discretion as to who might accidentally set off which traps? And if they say yes, then I will take over their characters and move them throughout and roll the necessary perception checks and other checks and so forth. But they didn't do that. They're specifically trying to do checks from 50 feet away. And let me tell you something. If you read the rules, a lot of things can't be done from 50 feet away. If you want to identify a magic item, I think it specifically says in the rules you need to handle it and hold it. So I get a little antsy here when people are getting upset with me. I don't know why I can't identify that magic item. I'm only 50 feet away in a dimly lit cave. Why is it so difficult for me to understand what that is? Well, because that's the freaking rules, man. Like, take a little gumption, grow a pair, and walk into the room, or do it later. I get it. There's scary things in the world. Yeah, you probably don't want to walk into that room. Yeah, you're probably right. There are probably traps that might kill you. But you know what? That's how it works. So you know what? Send someone powerful and strong and with a good perception in the front. Let them clear it. And then you guys follow up. So we have a bit of a discussion about this week as to what constitutes, quote, clearing a room versus saying that they cleared a room from 50, 60 feet away. I make it very, very clear that where your character is where your character is. When combat starts, where your character is where it is during the beginning of combat. And this has come up before. If you remember when they were in the Corrupted Hermitage and they were in that cave system and no one can see anything, there's a perfect example of it's important to know where your characters are. Because when it comes to the combat part of this game, it's tactical combat and it's very specific on where you are on the battle map. Now, yes, you can run games using Theater of the Mind, but I don't really do that. We run the games with a battle map. We measure everything out. It's extremely tactical. So I use the tactical aspect, not just in combat, but where their characters are, what they can see, and what they can do. It is important. That is the way we run the game. Now, in the end, we come to an understanding. We talk it out. And I try to explain to them that, look, wherever your character is where your character is. If you're going to say you're going to search something and you're going to say, okay, I give you, Steve, permission to move my character wherever you want, then I will do it. Otherwise, I'm assuming that wherever your character is, and if you're trying to do actions with your character that's 50 feet away, there's going to be severe penalties. And don't come to me later complaining that you missed that secret door that was 50 feet away behind a pillar because you couldn't see it. I'm sorry, that's just the way things go. Anyhow, I think you kind of get my idea. I call it words versus actions. In other words, you say something, but I need you to actually do something for it to count. Anyhow, I probably talked about this too long. I'm curious to see how you play, if people are as strict as I am, as to saying, okay, wherever your character on the board is where your character is on the board, especially when it comes to traps. Because how many times do you have a trap that goes off that has an area of effect? And people start to argue very quickly where their character was when a trap goes off. That's why I try to never, ever take command of people's characters. And I just say, and you'll hear me say this all the time in all the podcasts, put your character where they are. That's me saying to the PCs, you are in charge of your character. You tell me where your character is going to stand. And you know what? Here's the thing. And here's something else I just want to mention. This is actually turning into a long topic, but I want to mention this. When it comes to traps, you can't kill someone with a trap without letting them know what happens. I remember I saw a talk at Gen Con about this, and they were saying something about how traps are really unfair in Dungeons & Dragons. And they used an example of someone who was climbing up into a shaft. They went into the shaft, the DM rolled the die, and then just said, your character is dead. And that was it. So there was nothing to react to. The player didn't know how their character died. The other characters didn't know how he died. Nothing. And basically it was a trap that went off. The GM rolled the saving throw. The PC failed. The GM rolled the damage and killed off the character. That is the wrong way to do a trap. You always need to give characters a bit of reaction and something to work off of, even if the trap is nearly deadly death. And that was actually really important. I learned a lot from that talk. So, when it comes to traps, you have to trust me as the GM that I will try in my power to always give you a hint or to actually make it fair for you so that you will always have a chance to react or do something to counteract a trap. I will never do a trap where, hey, I'm walking into this room, up, now you're dead, and that's the end of your character. I would never, ever do that. I also look at the trap and I can tell how deadly it is. If it's a trap that's like, oh, you set off the trap and it did 3 points of damage, you know what? You'll live. It's not the worst thing in the world. If anything, it's kind of funny. But if they're setting off a trap that, hey, look at that trap, it's going to do 500 points of damage and probably kill your character outright, I will probably bend the rules and do everything in my power to make sure that they see the trap or sense the trap or sense that something's wrong because, I don't want them to die. I don't want them to die without giving them the chance to figure out how to counteract the deadliness of that trap or the possibility that there's something deadly in the room ahead of them. So that's something else. I completely understand a PC's reluctance when it comes to traps. I feel that traps are very tricky to run, and if they aren't run correctly, they can be death for a PC. And quite frankly, no one likes traps. I think the only person who likes traps are GMs, and that's it. I can't think of a time where a PC was like, oh, that was fun. I loved getting hit by that trap. That was great. I wish I could do that all day. Traps are just a necessary evil of the game, so if you're going to have them in the game, make sure you make it as easy as possible for PCs to both detect the traps and survive them, or at least give them the chance to survive traps. Anyhow, that was a long intro. Let's get to this week's show notes. So not a ton going on right now. We actually do have some new reviews coming up. I know Jason is doing the beginner's box, the Pathfinder beginner box. He just got that in the mail, and he's going to be reviewing that. I also have the new Alien Archive 4, and I would say all the Alien Archives, they each have sort of a theme to them. One was sort of standard monsters. One was like animal monsters. There was lots and lots of animals in it. This theme, I would say, is ew, or gross, or this is disgusting. I don't know, man. I was reading Alien Archive 4, and it is just nasty. Maybe I'm getting old, but there was some really disgusting monsters in that book, and I am not that squeamish, and I actually was feeling my stomach churn when I was reading a couple of those entries, and the artwork, yuck. There's a lot of pretty gross artwork in there. I guess that was the theme of this book. We'll see what Jason thinks of it, but damn. Of course, we got lots of games going on in the Discord channel. Something like 400 games. It's crazy. But do check that out, discord.rollforcombat.com, if you want to play some games. And, of course, if you want to listen to the show live, you can become a Patreon. Just go to patreon.rollforcombat.com. We got lots of cool things on there. We got mugs if you become a Patreon. We got shirts. There's a lot of cool things on there now, so make sure you check that out. And then as for the RPG Superstar contest, we are moving along. I'm waiting for some color images. I put up some black and white sketches of the monsters, but once we get the color images, I will put those up as well on the Discord channel, so check that out. Anyhow, let's get to this week's episode of Roll for Combat 3-Ring Adventure. Last we left off, you managed to arrive at Escadar, and you managed to successfully find a plot of land. It's a crappy plot of land, but it's your crappy plot of land. And you can now make it all wonderful so you can put on a show and tell everyone how amazing your circus is. But there's a couple of problems. First of all, the land is filled with brambles and dirt and bugs and sticks and all these things that just don't make for a fun circus. The other thing is there is a woods near you that is perfectly safe and normal. I'm sure that there's nothing in there that will hurt you or eat you or kill you in vicious, horrible ways. You are also tasked to clear out those woods. So this should be a very short episode, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll be done and get right to the circus.
That sounds great.
Vanessa Hoskins is playing Alhara Varys, the amazingly agile Alhara. a half-elf gymnast swashbuckler.
You have 2 weeks to do all of this, and it will probably take you a full week for advertisements and getting the show ready, because you are in enemy territory. You were in a city before that was barely 1,000 people, but now you're in Escadar, which has almost 12,000 people, and Mistress Dustlight, who has a permanent residence here and a permanent circus. So you're going to have to make sure that anything you come up with, well, that is better than what she can. Now, one more thing I want to mention is that you should be on the lookout for new acts. And this is something that you can just sort of tell. Like, whenever you're fighting someone, and if they're kind of cool, you might want to parlay with them or do non-lethal damage, because maybe, just maybe, you might be able to convince them to join the circus. Now, obviously, this won't always be an option, especially if you're fighting, like, a gelatinous cube. That probably won't work. But if you're fighting some sentient being who maybe has some cool things, you might, maybe, be able to help to have them join. And maybe they have some cool new tricks to add to the repertoire, and also teach your other people as well as yourselves better circus performing arts. So do keep that in mind. Because right now you're level 5 and most of your other people are level 1, which will become an issue as you want to try to grow the circus and make it bigger and better.
But what do we do with the level 1 people? Just fire them?
We sacrifice them.
Lauren Sig is playing Hap, the Starlight Sparrow, a human fire elementalist sorcerer.
Yeah, sacrifice them,
Oh.
I mean, you can, absorb their energy.
We can merge them together, like 3 level 1 people. Like the
Oh, that's a good
Flambonis.
idea.
We merge the Flambonis with the dwarves, and they're the flaming dwarves now.
Rob Tremarco is playing Darius Varus, Darius's Daring Destructions, a half-elf monk of the mountain style.
Well, I mean, we've got 3 Fambonis. That's just inefficient. We just get like a necromancer, just stitch them together, so it's just one like ultimate
Funny you
amalgam.
Flamboni.
say necromancer.
Amalgam.
Yeah, an amalgam of Flamboni.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have some people we need to get rid of, I can take care of that.
Rob Pontius is playing Otteron, Uncanny Otteron's Cauldron of Curious Concoctions, a human witch of curses.
Oh boy. There actually is... Someone came up with expanded circus mechanics, and one of the expanded circus mechanics is leveling up those characters. So I'm going to look into that and see as an option, because they also have some other cool things in there. Basically, someone took the rules and kind of doubled them and added more to it. I have also been adding to the rules, like the new critical methodology and a few other things. So I will have a way to level them up, but the thing is they will just never get that high. Like, okay, maybe you can get someone from level 1 to level 3, but you're going to be level 6 when they're level 3. They're never going to even come close to catching up. So you really want to start looking for people who are level 5, 6, 7 right away. The other thing is they can teach you new tricks and new abilities, which you then can do, or maybe even have other people. But yes, right now, you unfortunately are making up the bulk of the circus. Of the 7 acts, 4 of them are you right now. So, who knows?
How many did we miss from book 1? I know we missed 1.
There were 0 from book 1.
I thought that like the gang boss with the goat was 1.
Nope, there was 0. So,
Oh, okay. Well, that's
book
good
1,
to know.
you started off with everyone. Starting in book 2, which is this one, everyone you have to recruit. Or they might show up and ask to be part of your circus, but that I don't consider recruiting. That's more like, oh, they show up and they want to talk to you. So, yes, so you should be on the lookout for people. So right now, I believe it's the end of the day. You found this area. Everyone's here. You can probably set up in a camp for a little while. But the big thing is that looking around, it seems it's going to take a full week to just get this clearing, like you see where the camp's at, just the clearing all ready to go, so you can put up the tent, level the ground, make it acceptable for the tent and the stands, while you can probably go explore this southern part, which is the forest and the cave system.
So we need
God
to get
knows
the
what else.
clearing cleared, right?
Yes. Now they will take care of that. You don't need to worry about that.
I can do that in 2 days. Fireball! Fireball! Fireball!
How does fireball level the ground?
It burns all the grass.
It burns all the grass. Yeah, you
What
get,
about
you
the
get all that
dirt
all that
and the
scrub under there.
rocks?
That's
Yeah.
what they can work on.
And then we have a
It
dust
melts
bowl.
the rock flat, like the rock gets melted and it just sort of
Yeah.
sinks down into the ground. No, that makes sense to me.
And how does it fill the
Haven't
potholes?
you ever played Minecraft?
Yeah, gee, Steve.
Oh wait, never mind. That makes craters.
Exactly. I'm like, okay, you fill all the holes with fire. Just fill everything with fire. Just
Fill it
fireball
with
it all
fire.
out.
Perfect.
There you go.
This
We killed
is
a bunch of
fine.
nature priests, so is really burning all this area that bad?
No, you can do whatever you want, but
No, we can't.
so again, this is good because you do have 2 weeks. So from a meta point of view, it'll probably take you about a week for them to clean the area up. If you also want to go shopping or buy stuff, in the town, you're a mile outside of town. You have X amount of time for the woods, and then a full week to prepare probably, and get the show ready, and then put on the show. So you have 2 weeks starting with today. So you're here. It's dark-ish. Everyone's excited and tired. You did go to Louder's Chowder. You all are full with Thomas's chowder. Everyone else also ate well. Everyone had a lot to eat tonight. Everyone is overstuffed and in pain because they ate way too much, because this is the first time you've been in a good civilization for probably a year. So what are you going to do?
Well, let's survey this area and see where the most, I guess, prominent danger presents itself is.
Yes, I think it's best we take a look now before it gets dark.
I think it's
Just to
best
know,
we get
just
a
to
nap.
know.
That was a lot of food.
Just give it a little once
We
over.
can work it off by going through the woods.
Well, I will tell you what you see. Directly to the south, you see woods. Very thick woods. To the southeast, you see a heavy fallen log that blocks a path into the forest. You then see more woods. To the southeast, close to the east, you actually see a path that is clear. And then to the east, you see some more woods that runs into a mountain. There's sort of like it's not really a mountain, it's more like a rocky hill that starts around, I'd say it's about 100 feet to the east of you. And you do know that there's cave systems here. So that is, that's impenetrable. So the good news and the bad news is that to the east, you're completely, blocked off by this mountain / large hill. To the south and the southeast, you have a forest. And to the west and the north is where the clearing is. I don't have that on the map because you don't really need to see it.
So I guess we start there and have to point to the forest.
Well, let's go explore and see what we're dealing with.
Yes, do we start with the open path then?
Might as well, unless you think there's someone lurking in there waiting for us. Bandits, perhaps.
Anything
Maybe
is possible.
A vicious possum or two.
Maybe some friendly snakes.
Yes, Hap, when you see the animals, make sure you offer them a kiss. So we know the ones that are bad versus the ones that are good.
Oh, I certainly will.
Maybe
Amishalet.
Darius.
Ataran just starts casting and pulls a bunch of violet energy
Oh,
down from the
okay.
sky as they cast
I guess we're doing that today.
False Life.
Oh, false life. Good idea.
They do it every single day, right? So
Before adventuring or any exploration, yep, 8 hours. Although the hit points never last that long, unfortunately.
They sure don't. All right, well, let's head on in and
58 hit points. Look at that. Ooh, that's a lot of hit points.
all right, here we go. So yeah, if we want to take the path that looks a little easier, that seems fine to me.
I am fine with this, yes. I'm sure when we are ready, Darius can move that tree trunk very easily.
Yes, there'll be a lot of lifting of wood.
So the professor, while you're checking out the woods, professor is getting everyone organized and will, start clearing out that area and get sleeping quarters arranged, the fire, and so forth. So he's taking care of all that, so you don't have to worry about that. So, Alhara, you start down this path, and it appears to be an overgrown hunting path. And you can see, to the south, there's a fallen log that goes over some water. And there's also another path that goes to the southeast. And you think you see another log and maybe another path that goes to the east. So there's basically 3 paths in front of you.
Okay. Should we sort of stay around the perimeter of our area first?
I would
Or just
think
jump right
so.
into the center?
I think we should watch what might be first jeopardy to the camp. So
You guys are overthinking
close.
this. Forest paths are made for walking. Just enjoy it.
Oh, I suppose. We did hear a word of some sort of creatures or danger here that we were supposed to fix. Remember, they were sort of doing themselves a favor by assigning us this site.
Yes, I have to assume something has been slumbering here, making use of this space.
Well, that's a good point. Can I roll a nature to look around for animal tracks or signs
Yes.
of animals?
Yes.
Is that a secret roll?
And actually, it's perception.
Elhart
Okay.
would like to get to the crossroads and sort of look down each path. I'm assuming she's using the scout
whoops.
exploration action to keep a lookout for any dangers.
Yeah, a little scouting is going to help here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
Hap.
Although really, I guess both Hap and Riley's are relevant these days.
No, it matters because you can't talk to Riley.
Yeah, but Riley could be like, or something. Yeah, I don't know.
So right now, you look around, and Hap notices old bear tracks, and you also notice paw prints of an enormous wolf-like creature.
Hmm.
That appears to be very recent.
Oh
so
my
you
goodness.
see old bear tracks. Let's see.
These
Alhara.
tracks match Mr. Bardoff, so there's probably bears around. But this looks like a giant wolf, and it looks really recent.
Alhara to the northeast. You see the beginning of that hill.
Mm-hmm.
It's rocky, and you believe this is ending in a sheltered glade of some sort. To the southeast, you see a path that's leading into a rocky area. So you imagine that probably will go into a cave system. And then to the very south, it's leading to a fallen tree. It looks like people have used this to walk over, and you can see a swamp to the south. It's very wet, kind of nasty, and there's a fallen tree over water that leads to an island. So northeast, beautiful hidden glade. Southeast, going to some cave system. South, into the swamp.
And I see on the map some kind of man-made looking structure in the swamp. What's that? It's in my line of sight, so this isn't cheating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, way to the south, you see an island, and on the island, you see the foundation of a small building that was once there. It's completely overgrown with weeds and almost entirely obscured, but you can see enough of an outline, especially with daylight still beaming, that you can see that, oh yeah, there used to be a building there.
Hmm.
Alhara sees into the glade. You notice some old bear tracks leading into that area as well.
Well, we should investigate the close places first, I think.
Also, the glade looks nice. Let's take a look. And if there's bear tracks there, well, then we already know how to deal with bears. We have Bardoff.
What's Bardoff gonna do with another bear?
Dance.
Have a bear
I'll
party.
tell you when you're older.
One of those things.
Be pals. Just
They
bears
could
being
dance
pals.
together.
Maybe we should see if we can get the old bear to leave.
Well, let's see if it's a bear first.
If a large wolf creature has
And,
not
you know-
already found the bear, yes.
Yeah, if it's not some sort of hellish demon bear that has some kind of horrifying magical thing on it. You know, the regular stuff we see.
Gosh,
Atrong
unfortunately.
glances at Riley.
Hey, what? Okay, I probably won't notice that.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
I would just hate to
dear.
have to incinerate Ataran.
So as you enter this very nice sheltered glade, you notice a very small pond, maybe 10 by 10, a very nice tree overlooking the pond. To the east, there's a solid wall of stone. And to the north and the west is more woods. And you notice what you think might be a sleeping grizzly bear, or not. Something's off about the bear. You're not sure what.
Definitely knowledge nature on this bear. Everybody step up so I can step up too and see it without being at the front.
Hold on. You just stay where you are and do your thing.
Okay, alright. No, I have to be able to see it. I mean, like, you know.
You can see it. Come on up. I'll hold you. No, close.
Hap goes very close.
Riley, you stay there.
Very close to the grizzly bear.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take my time, very slow.
And
very
you can
slow.
tell it's very dead.
Oh,
Oh, it's dead.
thank goodness.
It looks like it was savaged. Something ripped its throat out and tore it to pieces.
Oh my gosh. Yep. Mm-hmm.
In fact, it looks like whatever did this was having fun with it. It almost killed it for sport.
Yeah, I'm not gonna share any of that. That's all. That's all very, very awful.
Don't share what? You please tell us everything.
Oh, well, it doesn't look like it was killed to be eaten. It looks like it was killed for fun.
The bear killed it for fun.
Well, the bear didn't kill itself,
bear.
Darius,
Oh.
but
It is dead, not because of...
The wolf creature likely found
Yeah.
it. That is unfortunate. I did not mean to foretell this, but if a larger predator has come into the area, that does not surprise me.
these kind of wounds are... You don't see these kinds of wounds from an animal. You see it from something with a malicious intent.
It is likely some sort of foul intelligence then. Nataran will grip the staff that they just acquired a little tighter.
Darius will step in a little closer.
So one thing you notice is that the bear, part of it is in the water and it's fouling the water. It does look like this would be probably a good drinking source because you will need fresh water. But until this bear is removed from the water, it's not usable.
I feel like carcass clearing duty is probably not ours.
Well,
Fireball.
I will remove it from the water and put it on land so it's not rotting continuously in the water.
Yeah,
But yeah, we can probably assign
It's
someone
been
to-
a few days, so you can tell that this thing
Yeah.
is starting to rot and fester, and it's definitely fouling anything it's touching.
Yeah, we can get him to drag it away and burn it.
Yeah.
If only we had fire.
I mean, we can hire somebody to start a fire.
I'm
That's no
wondering,
problem.
did you say what killed it?
Something savage and animalistic, but too smart.
I mean, Darius and Alhara, yeah, you can see there's enormous claw marks across its chest and its throat, and it looks like whatever did this, the claws are probably, I don't know, a foot or two wide.
Hmm.
You know, something bigger than your head.
Guess we should watch out for whatever caused that.
As I get closer, now that I'm 10, 15 feet from the bear, do I think looking it over I might be able to tell what attacked it? Yeah, no problem.
No, you're not sure, but you do know it obviously was something very big, bigger than this bear, and was not using... There are some teeth marks on it, but it actually looks like there's enormous grating marks, like something clawed at it, and the claws are gargantuan. So whatever did this is very, very big, like monster werewolf type thing.
The claw marks are very big. It is likely whatever did this is monstrous in nature and size.
You don't think it's the wolves, if there's wolves. Like, you don't think it's any wolves or type of creatures, or whatever you guys are tracking, but you saw bear tracks. Oh yeah, you saw a wolf-like creature,
Hmm.
so you don't think it was an actual wolf
Right.
that did this.
Darius will move this carcass out of the water, and that's it. Like, yeah, exactly. It doesn't like fester and drip anymore in there, just to get it out of the way.
He like,
Come
like
here, let me-
pulling it up.
Let me wash your hands. You don't
Yeah.
know what kind of diseases that thing has.
Yes.
And I'll blow dry your hands with prestidigitation.
Thank you.
And his hair.
Yes,
Yes.
of course.
Fluff my hair very nicely. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you take it out. Otherwise, you see a beautiful glade, a spring-fed pool. There's a huge oak tree, and you're looking around. You're like, well, except for this, enormous dead grizzly bear that was obviously horribly murdered, it's quite beautiful in this place.
Do you want to look around this glade or move back to the path? We can check back later.
Yeah. Let's do that.
I am
Well,
not
let's
sure
do
what you are
There was
agreeing
two
to.
things.
Yes.
Leave this for now.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else over there but a dead bear, and the others can take care of it.
It's like when you go to a fancy dinner. Do you want chicken or vegetarian? Yes.
Yes, I want vegetarian chicken.
Yeah. I am curious if such a glade
I want
might
a chicken
attract...
that was a vegetarian.
I am curious if such a glade would attract Fae, considering its peacefulness here, but maybe once the bear is removed, we might see.
Oh, Fae? Do you mean like fairies and stuff?
Yes.
I read about those once. They seem really neat. I would love to meet a Fae.
Like the ones you talked to in the fire.
What?
Remember the
Oh.
dancing fire?
Oh yeah, that's
Sprites?
right. I forgot
Pixies?
about them.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, maybe I'd like to meet some that are a little bit more friendly than them.
This is such a place I might...
Or maybe less friendly? They were a little too friendly.
Fae are different. Otteron will move back to the path.
Okay. Well, glaive not explored, bear removed. Probably in a day or two, the water should hopefully be clean because it does look like it is constantly being fed. So that is good. So hopefully you have.
I
a
don't
water
like the way you
source.
say glade not explored.
You didn't.
Like, yeah, but we're in the woods, and like you can't go over the woods with a fine-tooth comb, you know?
Well, we literally didn't even go up to the tree. So it's not like we've been in the well. I guess we've been touching the water, so you can't really say you've explored it.
How many trees did you not go up to when you were in the forest?
Well, that's why I figure Otteron, having the druidic influence, is like, oh, this is kind of Fey, cool, mystic glade kind of thing.
Well, go look at it, you big goober.
No, I don't. I mean, that's why Otteron.
All right, Otteron goes and looks at the tree.
No. I'm hoping we get some sort of Fey influence or something, but
Yeah.
that's because I love Fey stuff in games. But
I do
that's
think
why,
Fae are
Mhm.
cool.
yeah. If the idea is, well, let's keep searching, then we keep moving. You can always come back. But
Yeah,
I love Fey stuff in games, and you just, at least I don't really see it. I want to play Kingmaker someday just for some of that stuff.
it's good. It's worth.
It's not a very big glaive, so it wouldn't take long to look around. There's going to be distinct areas for you to look. You can probably say like these areas. You don't need to search those areas, okay? But things like this or anything you can see, that is fair game for things
Yeah.
to be.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Like while we're in the glade, and you described that it is beautiful. I'd like to just take it in, just enjoy the beauty, with a perception check. Is that all right? Because that feels both in character, and now I'm satisfying my FOMO. I have to, I'm doing something.
All right,
I-
do a perception check. Let's see. What
I
happens.
hope now you catch the attention of some malicious Fey, and it's all my fault.
14. It's beautiful, and you love how the light is shining on the water as it has that sort of blood tinge to it, and it's like, oh, it's beautiful and disgusting at the same time. I love it.
I do like that. That's kind of like a metaphor for something. I'll think on that.
Metaphor
There,
for
I
life.
I searched it. What did you guys do?
You searched a tiny area, but yes, that's correct.
Ataran just watches curiously as Hap and Darius step back in, take a slight glance around, and Ataran just looks at Alhara and shrugs their shoulders a little.
Maybe we should come back here when it's just the two of us.
I would
Darius
like it.
also looks around. There's your perception check. Pokes around the water's edge and the forest edge.
Okay. So Darius looks around, and he notices something on the oak tree.
Is it a yellow ribbon?
He notices that the oak tree's trunk is carved with the initials JW.
Oh, it's JW, that's it? Not like a heart?
Nope, just JW.
Jerry Woois.
Someone carved their initials, like recently or new? Or
Looks
old?
pretty old.
I wonder who JW was. Probably won't come up. Interesting.
Yeah.
Let's, inquire in town, perhaps.
Okay. Well, should we move on?
Let's.
Ataran is thinking if they've met anyone with the initials JW, but I don't think so. I'm trying to look at my notes. Sure, we'll find a dead body soon enough. Yeah, the constable was DS, and the chief constable is Pauldron, so that's nothing. So, okie dokie.
All right, so you're back at the crossroads.
Yeah. Shall we head to the middle path, which looks like it curves around back toward the river,
Sure.
or whatever that is, cave, rock?
Ataran seems to just always be lingering close to Hap and Alhara, but as Darius moves ahead, Ataran seems to move to keep Darius in sight.
So as you're moving forward, Darius, you see a cave entrance. The forest ends abruptly, where a sheer slab of quartz-studded granite looms over the treetops. A cave mouth yaws open in its side. The cave is dark, and its mossy walls are studded with patches of ghostly white fungus. That is what you can see.
What is this fungus, Ataran?
Let me see. So Ataran will move up next to Darius. Can I spot the fungus?
It's pretty far, but you can try.
Yeah. Ataran will get closer and just try to identify it from this far away.
You're like 60 feet away from it, so...
Do I... Alright, so I guess Ataran will say, maybe a little closer.
Yes.
So Ataran will walk with Darius up maybe 15 more feet? Yeah, that works.
You aren't exactly sure. It looks like this cave has hosted many inhabitants over the years. Probably, it looks like it's been trampled the path quite a bit. Animals, who knows what else. There's dry leaves and dirt all over the floor, so obviously something has been bringing this in and out, but this can probably be over a very long amount of time. In fact, this was probably where the bear lived. This is probably the bear cave. You do also see to the northeast a narrow tunnel at the back of the cave that leads deeper into the hill. And that is pitch black, so you can probably only see to about here, for those of you who don't have dark vision. So you'll have to bring in a light source. And also the cave is only 6 feet high.
And I don't recognize the fungus?
It's just harmless. It's forest fungus. I don't know enough fungus to give it a name.
Yeah.
So we'll just say it's harmless moss forest fungus that won't hurt anyone.
That appears to be
Potentially
harmless.
edible?
Probably.
Local source of food?
That is probably fine. But I am concerned if the bear was slumbering here, then whatever killed the bear could now be slumbering here. We should be wary.
Well, let's be ready.
We will need light. Alhara, do you wish light?
Sure. She'll pull out her bow staff with a flourish.
And Ataran will just touch a finger and say, Fiend, and a violet light will glow up around it.
Hap, will you also give me light?
Sure. Hap was gonna sit down on this log, but when Darius gives her attention, she's gonna come over. All right,
Okay.
come here. She rubs her hands together, like she's trying to warm them up, and then like transfers like a light to where do you want it?
I have a pendant on my neck. Usually
Okay.
what we do it on.
All right, so I'll just transfer like my glow to the pendant.
Excellent.
In case it is in here, I will establish some connection. This seems wise. So, Atron will look to Alhara and chant, Salat mi kapjala, and a bit of violet energy grows up around their hands where they move it, and then it spins out into a thread that connects to Alhara as they cast
fancy.
Spirit Link. And a reminder, you have the root magic totem from earlier today.
I do. I'm excited. Not that I really want to have to roll saving throws, but
Yeah. All right. So that's Spirit
she
Link.
feels comforted knowing that it is there. We'll pat it gently as she.
How long does Spirit Link last?
10 minutes.
It's between both of you.
So if Alhara's below max, she will regain 2 hit points, or the difference if she's only at 1, and I lose that many.
Okay, I gave you a 1 on each of you, therefore you're linked spiritually.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
We're number 1.
You
So
are the one for me.
So, okay, Darius, you enter in the cave. It's 6 feet high, which means you have
I'm
to
ducking
hunch
a bit.
over quite a bit, and it's actually a pain for you. And not for Alhara, but for Ataran, it's going to be a pain. And for Hap and Riley, it'll be another day for being a short person.
I mean, I feel like we kind of need some in the back lines. We are very small.
You are tiny. So you see a narrow tunnel at the back of the cave that leads deeper into the hill, and it forks into paths leading to the north and the southeast. Lots of forking going on.
Let's get closer.
Yeah, do we need
Just
some
stay with
light
us.
in our back lines?
Hap, are you going to be carrying anything? The staff, yes? Yeah, so
I've
I
got my
cannot
staff.
hold the staff and the torch if I'm going to be... Right? Because you can't do like
You can hold a staff with one hand.
quick hold of
I mean,
staff and an
you
item
can't, like-
with casting.
You can't, like, wield it with one hand.
You can carry
You
it,
know.
you just can't use it.
Yeah.
You can hold it. You can hold the torch in one hand, the staff in the other. But if you want to use your staff, it's two-handed. So if you want to use it to cast spells or attack, you have to drop the torch.
Yeah, so...
You also have
We'll
your
just stay close,
ever-burning
I guess.
torch. Torch? You have an ever-burning torch, and ever-burning torches don't give off heat. They just give off light. So, you could, in theory, put it into your, I've done
Belt.
this in the back. You put it, in your backpack.
I was
and
just
have it
thinking about
sticking
that.
out.
I was like, we could shove it into Riley's vest.
Yeah,
There you
exactly.
go.
I've done things like that. It's fine. I think it's as long as it makes sense in my mind, then it's fine, and that makes sense because it's basically a flashlight. So that's
Yeah, so Atron takes out the ever-burning torch and will work with Hap to kind of have it...
Come here,
Attack.
buddy. Come here, buddy. All right, okay. How's that? Okay.
Riley the
All right,
flashlight.
Riley, let's go.
So to the north, you see a cave. Oh, there we go, Darius. You see,
I moved up.
yeah, you moved up. You see torches that were burnt out years ago jut out from crude holes in the walls of this cavern. A fire pit and the remnants of a makeshift camp stand at the center of the chamber. Chunks of granite and dirt are heaped against the rocky walls as if someone attempted to clear the cave's floor. It looks like there's a little hideout up here.
I will step into it and look around.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check.
Uh-oh.
That's great. That's what you want to hear.
Okay. As you step into the cave, suddenly something pierces your foot.
My foot!
Ugh.
And you take a whopping
Oh no.
1 point of damage. You
That's just
pull
a
your
sharp
foot up
rock.
and you see a caltrop.
It's like a bee sting.
I've stepped on a caltrop.
Yep,
Ooh.
that seems to have been hidden in the floor amongst the dirt and leaves. And you are also bleeding 1. So 1 persistent bleed damage, and you are hobbled. So
Can I
you
medicine check this? Treat a
Yeah,
wound?
sure. Let's just you can just since you're not in rounds or anything, you can just take 1 point and then remove it. So just 2
Oh, okay.
points and then just you're fine. You take it off. I'm not gonna make you go through the whole rigmarole. Plus, you're so good at medicine, I'm sure you do it on the first try.
I do, because I have assurance. La, 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 la,
Mhm.
la.
That's not how it works, but that's okay. I give it.
It
to
is
you.
how it works.
Not for persistent damage.
What's persistent? You have to roll for persistent damage?
It's different, yes.
Really?
Well, yeah, it's not medicine
a
check.
medicine
It is.
You know.
Well,
Oh.
it could be if I deem it to be.
Oh my
Oh, I
gosh.
see,
Okay.
okay.
That's true.
Can you
If I'm
can you
bleeding,
patch up a
you can't
bleeding wound with
You
medicine?
can't use medicine for bleeding. That's science hasn't caught up to bleeding yet.
No, it's not. I'm giving you 71 hit points.
You have 71 hit points? Holy crap.
73.
Well, you lost 2 from the caltrop. So
I mean,
Oh,
it's
fine.
getting lower by the second.
there you go.
You're a healthy boy.
There you go. So you're like, ow, man, that hurt. Okay.
I will, be more careful
And
in
it's
my
in that
stepping.
square. That's actually your ones. You didn't even get as far as you wanted. You
Oh,
you're
okay.
like, ow, my foot,
there's-
my pretty foot. It hurts. What is this? This is
spikes
not.
on the ground.
Yeah, spikes everywhere.
Everywhere? I'll sweep the ground with my hand.
Okay.
Your hand starts bleeding.
Okay.
You
I go
start
slow.
sweeping all around you, and sure enough, in that square, in all the squares around you, there's caltrops.
Okay. I try and move them away or gather them up.
Congratulations, Darius. You found out what killed the bear.
There you go. You found.
Tetanus.
Constant caltrop rolling.
There you go. Yep, you found it. So the ceiling in this cave is about 7 feet high, which is nice because you don't have to stoop down anymore. You move
That's
all
right.
the caltrops. You
2
find
inches
them
shy
all.
of the ceiling.
Oh yeah, you're almost
Yeah.
at the top.
Yeah.
Almost.
All right. Well, I carefully get what I can and gather up the caltrops so no one else hurts themselves.
Okay.
Put them in an obvious pile.
Okay. Then you step in the pile.
And I do
You
what the
wanna
bear did,
roll in
and
it.
I roll around the pile. Of
Like it's a
caltrops.
big old pile of leaves.
Ow.
Riley,
Step in,
drop, roll. Good job. Good boy.
continuously going careful.
Alhara is going to want to continue to her right, which is to the east, carefully checking for caltrops as she advances.
Splitting the party. I love when that happens. Okay, good.
And I check this area with a little campfire and a little cot.
All right.
or
Well, that's going to take a
bedroll.
little while
Okay.
while
I'll take some
Alhara
time.
does her thing. So
I found a bedroll and a campfire here. Let's search it.
We
you
can
found,
come back.
Yeah, it's a dry patch. You found it's been swept clean of rubble. There's a threadbare bedroll, an old cracked water skin near the disused fire pit, and it looks very old. It looks like nothing has been here for many, many years. Alhara looks to the east and sees a cavern that's much lower than the other sections of the cave. It's only 5 feet tall,
Mm.
and there's a natural pillar in the center that you can't see because it's too far away.
Hey, Otteron.
It is. It's within 60 feet.
Torches are only 40 feet.
Do you
Yes.
think-
Things getting darker all the time.
Do you think that smugglers used to live here? Or poachers, maybe?
Poachers could be, or someone who is just trying to avoid the
why
city
would-
proper.
Then why would they lay out all the caltrops if they didn't want any company?
Well, yes, if they were hiding away from the city, then they probably do not want anyone visiting. There's not much in the way of security of a cave opening.
Well, I hope they're long gone.
You guys are all going east.
I'm
okay.
just kind of holding
Darius,
position
we,
here a
uh,
little bit. I'm not leaving Darius.
We are going.
There's nothing in here, right? I found nothing.
Well, I can't do
Yeah.
everything at once, so who's doing
so
what?
I am still looking. I haven't
And I'm not going to
moved
move from
anywhere.
this spot, so I'm not actually going to split the party any further. I just wanted to be able to see both Darius and Alhara.
You see, as again, bedroll, water skin, fire pit. What do you do?
I search the bedroll, the water skin, and the fire pit.
Okay. Inside the bedroll, you find an old notebook.
Oh, an old notebook, you say?
It is a loose leaf parchment notebook bound in burgundy leather and tied shut with a knotted silver cord.
All right. And the water skin is empty or
It's old, cracked.
cracked, and the fire has just dead.
Dead.
Leaves and things.
Yeah, super
Okay.
dead.
All right. I will come back to the group. Well. Look what I found: the diary of the occupant of this hideout. Who wants to read it first?
I think we should finish in the cave first, but I would be happy to
What
read.
if it has clues to what happened, though, and we need to know?
It might have clues.
I will hand Ataran the book.
You also see in the northeast corner a small pit.
Like a peach pit?
I am worried about what's in this cave.
Probably
Yeah,
a peach
just a
pit.
pit full of peaches.
Oh my goodness.
Where else do you keep your peaches?
They're long rotted though.
Ugh.
They're long gone. They're it turned more into mulch at this point because it's ancient. But yes, looks like there's a peach pit in the corner.
Right. What does Alhara see on the east end of the cave? Because she's going to slowly step into the cave, making sure that there aren't any caltrops on this side, and examine around as she goes.
You see a natural pillar at the center of the cave, and it looks like there's a carpet of lichen. That looks like a very comfortable place to rest. You also see right here a discarded cloth sack next to the pillar.
That's interesting. And it looks like as I enter this cave, there's a small bit that goes to the south. Can I see anything down that way?
It has a very, very strong smell of animals to the south.
Huh. Something living down there, probably.
And you see bits of bone, scraps of fur.
Well, let's go take a look at this sack. Alhara will creep carefully up to the sack, careful not to disturb anything that might be living in here, now that it smells like animals.
Ataran is going to try to hug the wall and stay hidden and avoid notice as exploration activities.
Okay, you were next to the pillar, 5 feet from the sack.
Yeah, Alhara's going to continue going up to the sack. She's going to go and take a look at it. She's just being cautious not to disturb anything that might be living in
guys,
here.
there's a lot of bones in that next room.
We weren't described bones from the GM.
Wait, am I
There was-
We
cheating?
were
We were.
described a smell.
I
they say
described
some
a
bones?
few bones and a few... Remember, Hap can only
40.
see 40. Yeah, so
Yeah, so I see a big pile
so
of
you can
bones, and I was
see-
like, "That's
Okay, now you see a big
Alright,
pile
don't
of
go
bones.
in there.
And strong smell.
Not yet.
And lots of fur and stuff. Alhara finds a cloth sack, and you pick it up, I presume.
Mm-hmm.
uh-oh, I didn't like the way that sounded."
You pick it up, and
Yeah.
you got a sack. Now what?
What's inside it?
You open it up, and it looks really weird. It's like you put your arm in, and your arm can go all the way into the sack, like it's longer than it should be.
What? What? This is funny. She's gonna put the sack down and see if her head will fit inside it.
Oh, that's a great experiment to do first.
Sure, you
And
put
then
your head
turn
in,
around.
and you it's like pitch black, and you feel like you're starting to suffocate a little.
Okay, well, she's just gonna do it for a second, and then she's gonna turn back to like where Darius was at least a moment ago, and be like, "Look, no head." And then she's gonna.
While
pull her
she's
head
got a
out of it.
sack on her head, I'm
What
gonna look at
are you
Audron
doing?
and be like,
What?
This is what you like."
Is there some sort of hallucination dust in here? Alhara is putting bags on her head in a cave.
Ataran's
Dirty
gonna like
cave.
gesture to the south and like shrug with questioning eyes.
Alhara, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Do you want more time with the sack?
Steven, do I know offhand what that might be?
That you're way too far away to tell what's going on. You'll have to look at it. The answers for Atron is always going to be yes, but you're too far away because you're so far away in the back. It's like, what are you, 45 feet away? So you need a little. You need to at least. That's really far. 45 feet's really
I just
far.
figured if her head's disappearing easily in the bag, but sure.
Well, but
Well,
if I have
it's
a
a
light
big
source,
sack.
can't you see into the area where the light source is?
I've got light. Riley's got light. This whole area is lit up like a.
Oh, I didn't say you couldn't see it, but have you ever tried to read or identify something from 45
It just
feet
looks
away?
like a potato sack from here.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's obviously
for
something
now-
weird. Stop.
Okay.
So both of you, as you're walking around the pillar, see on the other side mold that appears to be yellow that says, "Hey guys," and explodes in Alhara and Darius's faces.
Gross.
Give me fortitude saves, both of you.
Ooh.
It's obviously a magic sack. It's probably a bag of holding. What type and what it does, you do not know. You'll have to examine it a lot closer. That's the.
Ooh, it might
that's
not
the
be
thing.
level appropriate.
I want to find a hag of bolding. It's just like a witch that is a bard.
Those are some good fort saves.
Well, Alhara is fine, and you are like, and you quickly push it around and get the spores out of your face. Darius, on the other hand, gets hit full in the face.
Oh.
and
Oh no,
takes
25 not enough.
8 points of damage, and you are drained 1.
Ooh.
Really?
Ooh.
Are you doing anything? You know what? This is so
I'll back
deadly.
away.
This is so deadly, we're going to go into rounds.
Oh my god. Okay.
Roll for combat.
It's just to do order. Because
Okay.
there's a lot that's going to happen. Darius, you take 8 points of damage and you're drained 1. You are up first. What do you want to do? You
Get out of the area and retch or whatever.
It's poison. So,
Is there a treat wounds thing I can do in a round for poison? I don't know.
Do you have any antidotes left?
I think
let's see.
there's one in the party somewhere.
You know Otteron has one because they bought one
Alhara
last
has
time,
one,
but
Darius
didn't
has one,
use it.
Hap has one, and Alteron has one.
I have one. I will take it.
Okay, so 1 action to move away.
An action to get it out of my bag.
Yep.
Oh, it's on my bandolier.
Okay, even better. 1 action to get it out of your bandolier, and then 1 action to drink.
Yep. And
I
what
think
does
you
that
get
let me
like a
do?
new immediate save, and with maybe like a +1 or something.
Plus 2, I thought.
It's +2.
You gain a +2. It's not a new immediate save. Upon drinking antidote, you gain an item bonus to your fortitude save against poisons.
Okay.
So, now you get to do a new fort save, but you're drained, which means your fort save will go down 1. So you basically just get a +1 to your fort save. So let's see what happens.
Gross.
Rough. Oh no!
Hero
Oh,
point.
no. You don't want.
Hero
You sure? You don't want a natural 1?
point. Hero
Something,
point.
something, it's super lethal, so we're gonna go into
Yeah.
rounds, even though it's just fungus? Yeah.
Not
At
much
least
better.
it's not a nat 1.
It's only a level 8 hazard.
Wait, that's still
Oh.
a critical failure.
Yep.
A 14
Didn't even
is
matter.
still a critical failure.
Well, it's a 15.
Oh, yeah.
But 25
15.
didn't do it.
It's still a critical failure. So you go
Oh,
right to
no.
stage 3.
Which is
Darius is
several deaths.
Bowling over.
You take 14 points. Oh my god, I rolled well of damage. And you're drained 2. And now you take
Oh no.
10 points of damage and you're drained 3.
Oh my gosh.
Hap is up.
Darius?
Drain 3, your maximum hit points I think go down by 15.
My maximum, right? Not 15 more hit points go away, right? Like in Pathfinder 1 when you lost
You lose the
Constitution.
number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value.
Oh,
So
that's 15.
That's 15. So actually, drained 1, you would have lost 5. Then drained 2, you would have lost 10. And now drained 3, you would have lost 15.
Oh, so I lose 30 just now? Like
No,
after those 3 rounds?
15.
15
Yeah.
total. Not 5, then 10, then 15 more.
Yeah, five per.
5 per. Got it. Yeah.
You also should reduce your maximum hit points
That's fine.
by 15
Yeah.
until you get it back. And you need to get drained. You need to do a full night's rest. So 24 hit points. Hap, you're up. What are you gonna do? Darius is
Shooting.
Uh,
almost dead.
King doubled over
Yeah,
on
but
the
the thing
ground.
is, this has all happened in the course of like 6 seconds. Like, Hap watched Darius like walk over here. Alhara puts a bag on her head. Darius starts coughing, and that's it. That's all that's happened. Like I don't.
I assume Darius looks terrible.
I look terrible. There's yellow mold all like in my face, like yellow dust.
Yeah, all over
All
you.
on my face and my hair and my chest and my body.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm trying to puke and nothing's happening. Like I'm puking, but it's not it's not helping.
It's just this is happening so fast. Like, how does one know what to do? You know?
If only someone had medicine.
Do I still have medicine? I don't remember if we kept that. Yeah, I don't
No.
think we kept that. We didn't keep that. I don't still have medicine.
I mean, can I speak? Can I
Yes.
say like
Yeah.
it's a poison?
Yeah, sure.
The antidote didn't
Oh
help.
no. I'll use an action to pull out a scroll of heal, and I'll use it on Darius.
Great. That's
Okay.
the way to do it.
I'll use the 2-action scroll, and hey, hang in there, big brother.
Not the wand that recharges.
I don't have it. Do I have it? Do I have the wand? I know we have 2 wands. Do I have one of them?
I have both wands.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So,
Okay.
Okay. That's
You have a level 1 wand and 2 level 2 wands.
and I don't have any of them. All right, that's fine. I'm normally too busy casting DPS, so I understand that I don't have one. So what's heal? Is it just like D8 plus 8 as a 2-action? I think that's right. D8 plus 8.
Yep. One action to pull it out. One action.
There we
to
go. There we go. Hang in there, Darius.
14. That is pretty good. Oh, Riley sits there, looking around like, huh, what's going on? What's going on? Riley's just
I mean,
like,
I don't know what's going on.
exactly. Alhara, you very, very luckily escaped this all and do not get anything. However, you do notice a
That's
patch
good.
right there that's still active, so you might want to back away from the pillar slowly. Or fastly, it's up to you.
O'Hara's going to spend all 3 of her actions stepping away from the pillar.
On the other hand, this moss is really nice. If it wasn't for this deadly yellow mold, you'd be like, this would make excellent bedding.
This would make excellent bedding. Let's just get rid of the yellow mold.
That rounds up. You see Darius nearly dead, puking up and covered with yellow fungus.
Yeah, as Alhara sees this, as she's carefully rounding the corner, she tiptoes away from it, turns around, and sees Darius like choking and gasping. She's like, "Brother!" And she reaches out a hand toward him and is out of actions.
Yeah, Ataran will take out one of the 2nd level heal wands and just concentrate on it and then point it directly at Darius using the 2-action. So that is...
See, this is why we went into rounds. This ain't fooling around, this thing. So that's just
2d8
2d8.
plus 16.
Correct.
2d8 plus 16. Oh, poor roll. I'm sorry. 24 damage or 24
That's okay.
damage.
I can only recover 20 because I'm permanently down my maximum by 15. Is that
While
right?
drained.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I can only go to 58. That's the maximum.
So strangely, you are as healed as you can be.
Right.
Which is
and I am
horrible.
like clawing at my mouth to get it out.
Okay. Darius is up. I don't think there's
What do
much
I
you
do?
guys can do. There's
Just keep
nothing you
making
can do
saves?
about poison. Just make saves. Yeah, it's sort of...
I mean, I can't choose to do a thing to get a bonus other than what I already did.
You can't medicine check yourself or something? Yeah, I feel like treat poison's a thing.
There's a lot of feats, though, for this specific thing, though. as
Well,
you
I
can
have
imagine.
treat wounds, but I can't use it for hit points. But there's a treat wounds for like poison, but I don't know if that's it's not an in rounds thing. I think it's a
okay.
care thing.
That is. Pretty much everything you want that does stuff like this, I've discovered, there's a feat for that. Like, it's very common.
Yeah, treat poison.
Is a medicine action, yeah.
Yeah, you grant the creature +2 to the next saving throw against the poison. Attempt a medicine check against the poison's DC. After you attempt to treat poison for a creature, you can't try again. So after the next creature attempts to save.
Okay, so you can keep trying.
So you can't just do it.
No, can I keep? It's a one action treat poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
So I will take out herbs and crush them up quickly and smear them on my face and breathe them in.
Yep.
That will be a +4 with the +2. Does it stack with the +2 from the potion?
Well, you have to make
yeah.
the check.
Well, right, true. I'm just saying, will it
What
stack
kind of
if
bonus
I?
is it?
It's a circumstance
Okay,
bonus.
and the potion's an item bonus, so there you go. That's 6.
Oh, okay, so cool.
So they stack.
So let's see. It is a the poison's DC.
You don't know that, but it's very, 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 very high.
Ugh, so I have to roll.
You have to. You can't assurance it. You will not make it. Well, you can. You'll just.
But that's
fail.
what we're used to. So, like, the devil,
Ugh, that's not even right. That's not enough.
Not only is that not enough, you almost critically fail, and that would have been a -2. So you try to treat yourself. You get all the stuff. You squish all these herbs and spices and secret sauces together, and you drink it up, and
Ooh.
nothing.
Okay.
Got anything else? That was one action. You got 2
that's
more
one
actions
action.
left.
I mean, I just prepared to
How
do
long
it
does
again.
it take to write your will?
It's a
okay.
3 action.
I wonder if you
Full
can
round
use,
action.
like...
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can do it next.
okay.
You can do it next round. So give me the foot save at a -3.
23.
26, man. That would have been
Well,
really.
not at -3 because I
So
have a
it's
plus
only
2.
cumulative -1, so 25, so still
So
fail.
25, still a failure.
25 still fails. That is terrible.
So now what happens?
I have good news. The good news is there's no more stages. It ends at stage 3. And the better news is I rolled 3d8 and got an 8. So you only take 8 points
Okay.
of damage, so it's not that bad. So good job.
No.
Hap, it's up.
Okay. I'm all out of scrolls. I think. I don't think I have any more scrolls. Let's be real. I'm gonna stand here and be concerned. Like, what else am I gonna
Okay.
do? You know?
You have 3 more scrolls.
That's all right. I'm fine for now.
Alhara's up.
I don't. You've taken an antidote already?
Yes, and I'm trying to use my medicine, and it's not helping yet.
We should
so
back
how-
out of here.
Alhara's going to take an action to like pull her own antidote out and then rush over to Darius, and then the third one, offering it to him, like not sure what to do in this situation. She's just at a loss for how to handle this.
Stephen, I assume that another antidote doesn't help, and
They will
Atron
not.
would know this.
They will not, unless because they stack.
Yeah.
Sorry, they don't stack.
Right, so Atron says, do not drink that. It will not help you anymore. We need to just manage this. We should get back out of here. And Atron will extend their arms out as large raven feathered wings grow, and as Atron brings their arms together with a like a sweeping motion that brings the hands together, the feathers go flying and enshroud Darius, granting fast healing.
4 or 5?
So spell level's 3, so you get fast healing 6 for 4 rounds.
Woo! Oh, once again, we're in Darius iconography mode, where Darius is filled with icons. Every turn is another icon.
Mm.
Now things are going to happen. You hear movement
Oh boy.
coming from the south. As
Oh,
you guys are making a lot of noise.
Technically my turn wasn't done.
Oh, sorry. Keep going.
No, it's okay.
You hear movement coming from the south as your turn is not done.
And Atron, I guess, turns and looks in confusion. So if Atron hears something, I will use the wall for cover. I forget what it's called. Take cover. So that's it for me then. Well, that's a lot of wolves.
So you hear movement, and from the south, you see a wolf appear, and it is done. Darius, you're up. What do you do?
I will be making another medicine check, so I will make another save. So I will do the 1 action treat poison.
Okay.
20.
20. It's good. Not enough, but it was a good try.
All right. So that's 1 action, and then I see a wolf, and I take the mountain stance.
This is like you're taking the hill stance right now.
No, I heroically fight through the pain
You're
of
taking
mold.
the mound stance.
And here comes another icon on top of Darius.
Yeah.
Darius, did you take your
Oh.
6 points of healing?
Oh, I will do that right now. Please always remind me about my healing.
Yeah, I will
So
try.
your maximum hit points is now 58.
58, right.
I'm just going to put it on there permanently.
Oh.
It's going to be a while before that drain goes away. We'll leave it at that. So you're now at 58. Boy, that stinks. Okay. Give me
You get used to
that
it.
fortitude save.
Give you what? A
A
fort
fort
save?
save. Yep. It's time for the... Oh, you're moving up a little too? Okay.
I'm trying to move.
So
close
you try
the
to
wolf,
treat
but
your
it's
wounds.
very-
It fails. You take the mountain
Fails.
stance and you move up and you're like,
Right.
Wolf!
Yeah.
Ooh.
So I have a -1 for this.
Please don't hurt it. I'm gonna talk to it.
Well, no good.
You get a 21.
Correct.
That is
Oh?
not enough. Oh no!
That is enough for what?
Not enough, I think.
not
Not
enough
enough.
not enough to make you go from stage 3 to stage 2 or stage 1. You take 24 points of damage.
Jesus.
I rolled 3 8s. Look at that, Yahtzee!
Jeez.
Here comes the direwolf. Dun dun dun. Okay, this enormous, gigantic wolf walks up over to Darius. This wolf is the size of a bear and decides to attack Darius. In fact,
Oh, it's got reach.
oof, does a 31 hit you?
Yeah.
Does that crit you? What's your 21, right?
20. No, with mountain stance, I believe it's 23.
What's your AC now?
It's the base is 20, but when I'm in mountain stance, my dex bonus doesn't count, which is a 12, got a +1, so it goes to 23. Right? Essentially, it ignores the +1 from my dex, but gives me +4 from the mountain stance.
Okay, it's been so long, I don't even remember.
Yeah, my AC is 23 currently, so he needs a 33 to crit me.
So, oh yeah, so plus it's so long. So, okay, so good news
Unless
is
drain or whatever does something else.
drained only reduces your con for fortitude saves and messes up your hit points. So it doesn't actually affect your attacks or anything like that. So you take a whopping 9 points of damage, and that is it. And luckily it does not have an extra attack thing on you. So did you take all that damage? Because you took 24 and now 9.
I was at 56, now I'm at 23.
Hap is up.
So,
What you gonna do, Hap?
so visibly, Hap doesn't actually do anything. Like, you don't actually see her do anything, but I am using 2 actions to cast Speak with Animals. What I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to talk to him. Excuse me, sir. Please don't bite my friend there. I actually have diplomacy, so I'll hero point if I have to. I really don't want Darius to get eaten by this wolf.
You can't hero point a hidden roll. The animal, the dire wolf, looks at you and says in its language, does it speak?
Yeah,
Just
he
speak
can
with
talk
animals.
I know, it's funny, it doesn't have a language. They're not very smart, so we'll say, intruders, our land, we kill you
to me.
now.
Oh, okay.
Riley's up, and
Well,
Riley
hold
can't
up
go.
now. I have 1 action left.
That's 3 actions. No, you don't. It's 2 actions to
Yeah.
cast the spell, 1 action
Okay, that's
to
fine.
talk.
But then
It's
Riley
diplomacy
still
check.
gets 1 action for free if I don't command him. 1 action to talk's fine. I just didn't realize. That's no problem. So he just gets 1 thing. He'll just, step in between me and the wolf. That's all. Nothing special. I'm done.
Alhara's going to say, now there's wolves, and she is going to run forward past Darius and one of those regular smaller wolves, and right in front of the big dire wolf, trying to put herself between her dying brother and this new giant foe. And as she gets in there, do I see this back here?
You see some of it. You see in the southeast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more wolves all ready to pounce on you.
There's a lot of them in here. Hap, bring on that new spell of yours. And then with her second action, she's going to... Ooh, big wolf. Well, the bigger they are, she's going to attempt to trip the dire wolf with her bow staff.
Really?
I gotta try it. 26 against there. I always forget which is which. 20... I didn't put it down. I forget this every time, and it's the opposite of what I think it should be.
I might have missed it, Vanessa. You were injured before the start of your turn, right?
Oh, yeah. I forgot that was on.
So
Yes,
you
I was
regain
injured
2
before
and
the
I
start of my
lose
turn.
2.
Okay, let's just count that out. That's fine.
It's against reflex.
Against reflex DC.
So
So
26.
all over the
See,
place.
I liked it when if they had 4 legs, they were harder to trip, which I think they got rid of, which is kind of annoying.
The good old days.
It's the good old
Yeah,
days.
there's
No,
some
now
simplicity.
you've got 2 sets of legs to trip. They can fall in all sorts of different ways.
Double the trip.
That's true.
I have so many opportunities to trip this thing. So yeah, she tries to sweep her bow staff under this dire wolf and trip it up, and 26 athletics against its reflex DC.
Yep, you trip it. Not critical, just trip. So somehow it falls prone. This enormous wolf, so I don't know, you knock out its 2 front legs, and it sort of like falls like forward, but its back legs are still up. So it's it's literally in downward dog.
Literally in downward dog. Fantastic. And with her final action, she is going to parry with her bow staff and get ready for this thing's onslaught.
What? You think it's going to be bad?
I mean, I think it's going to be bad.
Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Oh, bad, bad. Here comes the pack. Okay, so a baby little wolf walks up to you, Alhara.
A baby wolf?
It's a baby wolf. It's so tiny. It hardly
compared to
bites
the
you.
dire wolf, it is.
Compared to this one barely. Look at this. 16. Doesn't even hit you, right?
Doesn't hit me.
Yeah, this is nothing. It walks up to you, snaps at you with its jaws, and it's done. Although they can move a lot, they can't move enough, should we say. And that one is going to... It's biting Riley, man. Wolf versus wolf. Another one walks up next to Riley and Darius and Hap.
Like running past Alhara, who isn't quite quick enough yet to stop
Nope.
it.
Riley's like
Not
in
quite.
guard mode. He's like down. He's like, "Arrgh."
22
But it
points
does
damage.
also run past Darius.
It did run past Darius.
Oh, then hold on, my friends.
let me hit it with my drained 3 condition.
I know. Go
Maybe
right
I will
ahead.
give it some drain.
Okay, you can try to hit it if you wish. Got to pay attention.
There's a 24 to hit.
24.
Well, it just
you-
happened, so I am paying attention.
You hit.
Great.
And
I hit. It didn't. It wasn't a crit, right?
No, barely. You almost
Okay.
critted. Almost.
It takes 16
Had we
damage.
not been drained.
No, it's not
Okay,
about
you
the
punch
drain.
the wolf like square in the face as it walks by.
But I didn't stand still. It.
You did not stand still, but very close, and it did a huge amount of damage. Like jaws and blood and teeth go flying. But then it attacks Riley with a 22 and hits Riley for 7 points of damage because Riley's AC is 22. First blood is drawn on the pet. Look at that. And then another one comes near Hap. Okay, and then this one will attack Hap. 24.
Are they like running past Alhara and Darius and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're going around through their friends, right?
They're just basically snaking through. It's becoming like a whole
Okay.
snake line.
Okay.
And they hit you for 7
Yeah.
points of damage. It takes 2 actions. They move, I mean, you have a wolf. They move 70 in 2
Yeah.
actions. I mean, they can get anywhere. So they're just sort of, they're doing what wolves do. They're surrounding you. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're doing. One more is coming. Really, Fireball would be so nice right about now.
That would be great.
Goes near Darius.
I don't know how I would fireball without hitting you guys though.
Oh, 11. It
Yeah,
misses
not
Darius
now.
by a
It would have been
mile.
better to do it when they were all in the cave.
Yeah, but I really wanted to try to not have to kill them. You know.
Yeah, well, dire wolves mean or not nice. You tried. All you
Yeah.
can do is try.
The scary thing is we know the bear wasn't killed by a wolf.
Not this dire wolf, no. Mm.
We thought it's a malevolent intelligence.
Direwolves are kind of
28.
smart though, right?
That will hit you.
28 for who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
I
it did
don't-
less crit damage. It does 7 plus pack attack. Pack attack.
What's pack attack?
4 more points of damage. If it's near 2 of its allies, it gets extra attack damage because it's part of a pack.
All right, I'm at 12 hit points. La 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 la.
Acheron, there is... Oh my god, what Mess.
Unfortunately, I'm not the area damage dealer, so I'm not going to be able to help much.
Yeah,
here.
I just
Wow,
need
look
the
at this.
situation to work somehow.
Yeah, oh, that's not good.
I'm gonna have to delay until after Alhara goes. That way I can get a shot without hitting all of my friends.
Look at that, though. That is just ripe. That is so
Yeah.
ripe for blowing up. That's like blowing up perfectable, except that Darius and Elhara are right in the center.
It's fine. We'll get out of it. We'll be okay.
Round zero of
We'll
the
see what
pack
this
attack.
wolf does, and then if he stays somewhere around there, then you guys can get out of the way and I can just hit all of them.
All right, well, Ataran is up.
Yeah, I think Ataran will take out the other level 2 heal wand and concentrate as they hold it in front of their face and then point it at Darius and say, "We need to move." As use the second level heal wand for a 2-action heal. For
Ooh.
24 points of healing on
That's
Darius.
a good one.
And that's my turn, unfortunately.
Excellent, thank you.
Wolf. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right. Wolf. He doesn't even have a number. He's just Wolf. He is going to attack Darius. Here we go.
Hit.
Okay. It hits you for 3 points of damage, plus an extra 3 for pack attack.
Okay.
It then knocks you down.
This is so bad.
On purpose? Like no save or whatever?
Yeah, knockdown
Yep.
doesn't have a save these
Yep.
days.
Okay.
You just use an action.
Okay.
So now you are prone.
Amazing.
It's another little icon, and then it will attack you again with its jaws. That's a big miss, though. Even though you're prone. Okay, Darius, you're up.
You
So
regain
you're
Oh
prone.
6.
no.
I regain
You-
6.
You gain 6. I can't even tell. There's so many icons.
Alright, I stand up for an action. Does that provoke? Because then I'm doomed.
It would provoke, but none of them have an AAOO. Thank God.
Oof.
That would have been
What?
you would have been torn to pieces.
Yeah, it would have been a Cuisinart.
You would have been a
Uh,
Cuisinart
And remember,
wolves.
this light bulb wolf is friendly, so you can move through right
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, I ain't moving anywhere yet.
You ain't
I gotta punch
Oh,
first
okay.
before I move.
But you gotta move.
I will move after I punch.
Or you can. Okay. I guess you can run.
I
through
could do
it.
flurry and then have an action to move.
That's
So
true.
I will flurry, striking the one I hit before first. 29 to hit.
You hit and you
Critical.
crit.
Is that 20 damage?
Nice.
20 damage.
Is that? It should be. It does. Is it doing 4d8 plus 8? It is, right? I can't tell from the thing. All right.
Well,
and
it's
that's-
it's 2d8 plus
Yeah.
4 times 2. You roll
Oh,
the
right.
1 and a
There you go.
5
Gotcha.
plus 4 then times 2.
I'll do the second strike in the flurry.
That is a small but very big detail because now it's time. So if you roll poorly,
Yeah.
you're
yeah.
screwed.
So 22 to hit, second shot,
You hit.
13 damage, and make a fortitude save. Excellent.
Or not.
It fails its fort save.
All right, failed the fort save completely, and I will now move. I move to in front of
Well, keep moving
Acheron.
if you can, because I need room to back up to, and Alhara needs
Oh,
room.
really?
and-
All right, because I'll be all bailing. Then
yeah,
that's fine.
we need more room to maneuver out here.
Yeah.
Get back!
It's
Get back!
time to make the donuts. Look at what's going on there. Oh, he's way out. He's running away, far, far away.
Puking yellow poison
yeah,
in
I
my
mean, you're
veins.
you're really riding the pain train hard.
Give me another foot save. Yellow mold, wolves, dire wolves.
You must be delirious.
Must be. You have gone up and down the hit point scale so many times. Fort save, Darius.
Oh yeah. All right. So I only had a -1 because of all my little potion.
That's correct.
You get a good one.
Nope.
That's not
My
a good
gosh.
Can't roll above a freaking 6.
Ooh, 20 points of damage. I'm doing very
Hey,
well.
you're not down though. Amazingly.
Nope. Thank you for the multiple heals and regeneration.
No, it's you're feeling mighty nasty. Direwolf goes. The direwolf says to Hap, "Now you will pay for your trespassing." Stands up, attacks. Oh, Alhara. I'm sorry.
Aha!
Oh,
Don't.
Very, very lucky.
Oh,
16 misses.
16 is a miss.
We'll get another one though. Tries to bite you again. 21.
21 is also a miss.
Woo! That was at -5.
Yeah, he's
All
dynamite.
right. You just get away, because man, if that thing grabbed you, woo! He's got some nasty abilities. That's all I'm saying. You turn into a rag doll. That's all I know. That's what when dogs they shake and they turn you into muddin. That's what he's gonna do to you. Hap is up.
I'm gonna pull myself out of initiative and come back in after Alhara. Delay.
Alhara's up.
All right, now Alhara has been practicing this, so she has a nice nearby wall. She does 3 things in this exact order. She jumps up on one wall, kicking herself off of it while spinning, and spins around with her bow staff to strike at this direwolf. First strike.
Does she say parkour,
Parkour.
the whole time?
She might. Only a 17 against armor class.
Miss.
With a
Parkour.
sad
I
3.
miss.
That's okay. So it went a bit high. She jumped a little too high, but that's fine. As she's coming back down, she continues her spin around and brings her leg around for a nice spin kick. -4. 23 against armor class.
That hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. And then her third and final action, as she's kind of hitting the ground, is she sort of her third and final action as she's hitting the ground is to land with her bow staff down, and she uses it to sort of spring down on her legs, and then all of a sudden leap back in a glorious backflip, leaping far clear of the direwolf and all of its little wolves.
If you stand there, you're okay. There you go. Please keep moving though if you can, because I definitely need to go that way.
Cool, that's as far as
Cool.
I can
All right,
go in
fair.
a leap where I had a straight direction.
I did forget that the ceiling here is only 6 feet high, but I'll let you go through and do all that stuff anyhow.
That's okay. It was like straight back because they're wolves. They don't stand real tall.
All
Hap's
right.
short.
You're up.
Oh gosh. All
Now,
right.
Riley does go after you do. That's
He
could be
does?
an issue.
He goes
Yes.
after me.
That's
Okay. I
correct.
thought he went on my turn. Well, then I'll pull myself.
He does go in your turn after you.
Your actions happen, then the wolf's action happens, right?
Correct.
I didn't know that was a rule.
That
Can you
is a
tell it to
rule.
go now? Like you use an action to make it go?
Uh,
Like your whatever command you're going to give him?
I'm looking it up. They're basically a minion.
Yeah.
They act when you spend an action to issue
Mhm.
it commands.
And if I don't spend an action, he gets 1 free action. So let me look up Beastmaster to see if that says when it happens. Actually, that wouldn't. Yeah, that would be in Beastmaster. Either Beastmaster or just Mature.
Yeah, the one action can only be stride or strike. That's it. Those are the only things they
Yeah.
can do.
But Stride's all I want here, so he can get out of the way.
I don't know.
I would hope that the
Alright,
the
here-
person with the pet gets to choose when their animal goes with them.
That's kind of what I thought, but let's see. Even if you don't use command animal, your animal companion can still use 1 action on your turn. So, since it is my turn, I would like to choose that he strides first before I do anything else. What do you think, Steve?
If you're going to say, I will not do anything, I will spend 1 action. I will not spend an action, so do whatever you want to do.
Yes. I will not spend an action. And, I mean, I can actually just talk to Riley right now because I've speak animals up. Riley, get out of the way! Just going to move him back here by Otteron. And then I'm going to eat a fireball myself because I got to I don't have to do that. Like, I can just not hit, like, this one wolf,
Or
right?
just put it in a place where it just is out of range. Like, jam it.
The only way I can hit the dire wolf and most of the minions is to put it so that, like, either, like, this wolf here doesn't get hit, or both of us get hit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is it 20-foot radius?
Yeah, it's 20 foot. So, like, I can do, like, this number with it.
I see.
Yeah. And that's what I feel like that's more prudent than hitting that one and myself.
Sure.
I've got a little bit of fire resistance, but I don't think I have fireball fire
You
resistance.
do not.
Yeah. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put it in this space. I think, well, hold on. Let me keep... there we go. No, that's for 5. Yeah, we'll put it in this space here. And then we'll hit all these wolves with L Fireball. But as happens, you know, like pulling all of this fire like out of the air and stuff, she's, you know, gonna she's gonna say, "I'm sorry," and then try to blow them up.
You're doing that space, it's gonna hit Alhara.
Okay.
Alhara, or Vanessa, did you have Alhara gain 2?
Yes, I did.
All right, I lose 2. Thank you.
Where are you putting the fireball hat?
Yeah, I mean,
Here?
what it has to be, right? I don't think this hits her because it's only 20 foot.
That won't hit her. But if you did one more,
Yeah, I don't
all
think
right,
this
it's
hits
just
her.
not
I mean,
gonna. It's just missing the wolf next to you, and
Yeah.
I'm not
Still
worried
hits
about
you.
your fireball.
okay,
Oh well, she's not worried. Then yeah, we'll just put
Fine.
it here. Our body.
all right. Let's just do this one at a time. You do the fireball. You cast it onto the dire wolf. It explodes in such a way that it's going to hit every single thing, as well as Otteron. I'm kidding. As well as Alhara and Hap. So let's...
Oh, especially
Otteron. He's like,
Oh,
no! All right, first up is the dire wolf. And the basic reflex saving throw is 21. Here we go. Let's keep track of this.
This might have been a mistake.
24. So it makes it. So it's only going to take half.
Look at that. Look at all those D6s in like all
Then
threes
comes
and,
the next
and less.
one. Then comes this one, the one north. And that one also makes it. Now comes this one, and he's going to get a save because it's more than 50% behind the pillar. So it's definitely going to get the piece of.
Oh,
save.
okay. Does that mean that Alhara gets one
Yes,
too?
she does. It actually is going to
Nice.
make it because it's in theory it should almost probably not be hit, but I'm letting it be hit because it's like there's like a sliver of it that gets hit, but I'll say that's enough. But actually, it made it, so it only makes half because it gets more than +2 because of the greater cover. So it does not get hit, and this one goes.
I'm gonna end up being the only one who fails
That
it.
one failed. So this one here.
Okay, okay.
This one here failed. The one next to you failed. So 3 of them failed. Now Hap goes and Alhara goes.
What about the direwolf? What did it get? Oh, I see. This is the turn order.
I
Okay.
did 20. Yep. So I'll do the damage in a second.
I'm gonna fail this one myself. Watch.
You failed your
Yeah, I
own
figured.
saving throw.
Yeah, I figured. And I don't. I mean, I would like to hero point it, but I'm not.
And Alhara also gets to make a saving throw, but it's different places.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
These dice.
You have to hero point.
Well,
that.
you
gonna-
don't have to. Do you want to take 58 points of fire damage?
No,
You
I
can.
don't. I would like to hero point this.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
Holy cow. I went from rolling a 1 to a 2.
Welcome to Dariusland.
Jeez.
But that's not a critical,
But that's
though.
not a
so-
crit.
Oh my gosh. Are you in the middle of this fireball too, Hap?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Why?
Because you weren't able to get back far enough that I could get out of it, which is fine.
Why don't you just walk past me?
Because then I couldn't actually see the place I needed to
Correct.
throw it.
What?
She did the right thing. She did
Yeah.
the right thing. Let her do what she did.
I figured my game was lagging. I've reloaded it 3 times by now. I'm like, you have a straight shot to this intersection from that square
Yeah,
up
but that's
there.
not where I threw it.
But that's
not
where
I
you
threw
could
it.
have thrown it.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't hit like this one.
If you
and
put
this
it
one.
here, maybe, I don't know.
Or here. Or here. I mean, like, I don't know.
It's fine. It needed to be here.
That's
It
cool.
needed
No,
to be
it
here.
wasn't a huge
Yeah.
amount of damage anyway.
Yeah,
I don't know how much I take. It never shut up for me. Oh, it's way up here. Okay.
19, which is like really low for a fireball. Like all of the dice were below average.
There, I
so-
did everyone's damage. Hap
Oh.
doesn't take the full amount because she has some fire resistance. One wolf dies. The rest of them are howling and horribly singed. I believe you have one action left. What are you going to do?
Yeah, what did Direwolf get?
The direwolf rolled a 24, so it only took
Oh,
9 points of
God.
damage.
Alright. Very well.
Well, you rolled a 3, a 3, a 2,
Yeah.
a 1, and a 3.
I'm allowed to be
Plus a
frustrated
3,
about that.
plus your 3. So you rolled, oh my god, on 66.
Yeah, really bad.
You rolled a 12? Oh my god.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Damn.
Like, that's
that
rough.
was rough. So your first fireball was a smashing failure.
It was a fire dud. Alright. And the stars aligned for it too, but oh well. And then with my last action, I will move. Alright, so I am done with my extremely underwhelming
You
turn.
walked into the caltrops. Good thing they're gone. Alright, this wolf sees this.
Don't scare me like that.
This wolf.
These are dire times that we are in initiative in.
Rah, rah, rah. The wolf comes up, sees Atron. Someone new. Fight Atron. 26.
Yep. 4 damage.
4 points of damage. And then you're knocked prone.
Ataran vomits up a little violet energy.
And now Atron's taking a little nap. Not so bad. This very horribly wounded wolf that has most of its fur burnt off limps over to Alhara. That's what it says.
Oh, I can hear it. I know what he's saying.
I'm in so much pain. I'm going to drink
I'm
your
so
blood. And then it tries to bite Alhara and misses.
So bad
Will
that it's
you
a critical failure, and I will use an opportune riposte to slam it back down with my bow staff.
Awesome.
20 against its armor class for 7 bludgeoning.
That's not even fair.
It's super fair. It shouldn't have come over here. Bring it on.
Got it.
Okay, well that one dies and says, I just wanted a drink of your blood. Next one comes up. I will avenge you, sister. 15 misses.
Unfortunately, I don't have another reaction because that's awful close to a crit fail.
13 misses.
Oh, another crit fail, but I don't have a reaction. I need more reactions.
The fun thing is, you're realizing, wow, these wolves aren't that hard. In fact,
they're not tough.
Yeah.
this is not even a tough encounter. You're like, huh.
And also, you're in a good spot here. And Atron, you should move back to let me move there, and then we can actually bottleneck these freakos.
I think you should stay back where you are because you were dying of the plague. Atron can take a
Atron
few
is
tiny
up.
wolf
Atron's
hits.
on the ground.
Yeah, they're okay.
Keep healing me.
Atron feeling fine. What you doing, Atron?
Ataran will stand and start heading back out. We need to get out of here now. Just start moving out. So, let's see. 15. Oh, God. Yeah, so Ataran will move there. I don't think I'm in proper square. It's kind of adjusting. And Ataran will look to Chilagosh and say, Chilagosh, I need help, please. And as they do so, a bit of energy wells up in Chilagosh's eyes, and then energy flows from Chilagosh's mouth into Ataran's, as I'm using my once per day ability to get a focus point back from them. Familiar focus, there it is.
Cool. Darius.
I will attempt
Darius.
a battle medicine.
Okay.
Do you have to attempt, or does it just like auto happen because of Sharon?
I want to have the chance to, so I'm rolling.
You're drained 3, right?
What does that mean? Just barely made it, so it's 2d8 plus 5.
Oh, I thought you were doing treat poison. Sorry.
No, not doing
Oh,
two
okay.
poison. This is
Okay.
getting hit points back.
Got it. Wow. You have a plus 13. You're a master, and you still barely made it. Although you rolled the 17 for HP. That's excellent.
Yeah.
All right. You're looking pretty good.
Then I move.
Back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Riley who's going to run up to the front lines if you don't want
I'm
to
up
be all
there.
the way up.
Goodness.
And then flurry of blows.
Gonna get yourself killed,
Wow.
brother.
Really? Oh my god.
33 to hit.
Oh my lord.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that wolf explodes as you do 34
Nice.
points
And
of
then
damage.
I
It's like
shout
head
back.
comes off.
I shout back, "We can't leave. They'll chase us." And that's
Yep.
it.
Give me...
It's over. And now you wanna save.
Fort save!
Nope.
Nope.
Got a huge fort save. Can't save for Jack.
Did you regain your
I mean, this is a very mean poison. Or
Rob?
Oh,
did
God.
you regain your 6 from fast healing?
I'm gonna.
Okay, you take 10 points of damage, but I have good news for you, my friend.
Oh, we need some.
I'm down to 29. Yep.
Did you regain the 6?
I regained the 6 very briefly.
Thank you.
If
Not
you blinked,
only-
you missed it.
Not only do you feel better and feels like, oh, I think the last of the mold and spores are out of me, but you're no longer drained.
Thank
Oh.
gosh.
Oh, do those hit points come back or no?
No.
I have to heal them, right? Okay. Well, that was one way to live through a poison. Just tough it out. No, I never saved, not even once.
You toughed it
I
out.
crit failed to bring it all the way to the maximum, and then lived.
If by tough it out, you mean have an IV of healing magic?
I toughed
Like,
it
yes, that you
by
toughed
having
it out.
all the healing magic to live.
Okay, this is what happens. Darius feels really good, finally. He's like, all that took was a scroll of heal, two level
wands,
2 wands,
and 3
endless
wounds,
healing,
and
3
regeneration.
wounds, and regeneration, and I'm fine.
Battle
I'm
medicine.
fine.
Yep.
You see? How bad is yellow mold? We have to go back. That was probably like 150 points of damage or something.
Yeah, bro.
It was insane.
Yeah. In all fairness, we might have to go back to sleep after
Well,
this encounter.
oh,
this
this
has
is the
been
evening
nuts.
after
No.
we ate.
No. This is the appetizer. Now we're starting the encounter. As the direwolf walks up, and Hap hears the direwolf say, Kalkek, intruders.
Oh,
Who's Calcac there, buddy?
Now it's going to Jaws Alhara.
That sounds good.
Oh no.
25.
25.
That hits. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Plus pack
No.
attack.
No plus. We don't need that.
2 more points of damage.
Get out of here.
And then it grabs you
Oh
automatically.
no.
Liberating command. That's what I'd say if I had that.
But don't say it if you don't have it. That's just teasing. That's spell tease.
Alhara?
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
You're
A little
up.
bit.
I don't like being grabbed, especially because you said bad things happen.
It could.
So the first thing I'd like to do is grab it back. So I'm going to wrestle with this direwolf. Get out of its stinky jaws. Probably smells bad. Hasn't had its teeth brushed.
So you're trying to escape it?
Oh my gosh. I rolled another nat 1.
Natural 1 for trying to escape.
0 point?
She already
I
used
I
that.
used it.
Oh,
I used it
You
on
don't get
Hop's
free,
frickin'
and you
fireball.
can't attempt to escape again until your next turn.
Cool. All right. So I'm firmly rooted in its jaws, and as Alhara struggles to escape, she can feel the teeth sort of raking against her and realizes that might be real dangerous. Stops struggling, and instead is just going to try and beat the snot out of this thing. First with her bow staff, and then with her fist.
Can you reach it?
Did you regain 2?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
well, she can reach it because it's grabbing her, right?
Interesting.
I mean, it doesn't move you in this system. They made it less complicated, but
My
My
I
guess is
guess.
if you're grappled
there's
by
no
it, you
way.
can-
I'll say fine. No, it is a weird thing because in theory, it's like it has a reach of 10 and grabs you, but it doesn't move you or do
Mhm.
any of that stuff. In fact, you can't move and it can't move. So fine. I'll say you can hit its snout with your.
but only she
Yeah.
can.
Oh yeah, only she can. Yeah,
Okay.
you can't. Yeah, you can't do it, Darius.
does a 20 connect with it?
Well, let's see. It's flat-footed, and you're flat-footed, so everyone's flat-footed, but it does.
It does?
9 points of damage.
Fantastic. I need that. And let's try and kick it.
So you punch it in the face. That does not.
Nah, 12's not going to do it. For the record, for the listening audience, I rolled a 6 on the first attack and a 2 on the second after my nat 1 for athletics. It has been a great round for Alhara and her dice.
And Hap is up.
This is the Cave of Horrors.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Now comes Hap.
Alright, I just heard the direwolf call for someone, and which means I think I'm gonna save my next 2 level 3 spells for whoever is bigger and badder. Riley, I'm sorry, buddy, they need you. I'm gonna give 1 action to command Riley to move in and attack. So Riley's gonna come.
Well, that's
jump
2
heroic.
actions.
Okay.
1 action to move
Do what?
and 1 action to attack.
Exactly, yeah. I'm gonna use my action to give him 2 actions. Move and
That's
attack.
not how it works.
Is it not?
Yeah, Master spends 1 action, and then the minion gets 2.
Oh, Master. Okay, fine. Master.
Yeah, I'm spending the 1 action to give him 2. So, alright. So he moves, and then he's gonna run up, and he's gonna take a chompy chomp at the wolf that looks the most injured. Looks like Jaws attack. Let's see what we get. Come on. Oh,
Wow.
Riley, you are such a good boy. 28 to hit the wolf.
Which one?
The injured one that's theoretically attacking Alhara. The little one, not the direwolf. You gotta get ads first. That's boss logic.
Unless you're being grappled by said boss and want it to let you go.
Yeah. Oh, Riley got him. Good, what a good boy. Alright. And then I still have 2 actions, which I'm going to use to...
Blast this mother.
Yeah, it's just... I'm honestly thinking... I hope it's not inefficient, but I'm thinking about using the Cantric Electric Arc just to ensure that I hit both of them.
That sounds great.
And wait... That's what I'm thinking. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna Jacob's ladder, like some lightning between my hands, and just like get the 2 wolves that are still there and that are not Riley, because I don't want to blast my good boy. Where is Electric Arc? I'm looking at my spells. I'm having trouble finding it. Ah, there it is. Got it. All right. 15's respectable damage. They need a saving throw from me, please.
7. Wolf goes. This wolf will...
What did Direwolf roll? I didn't see that roll. Was it secret?
27 and 28.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, so they took half damage then?
Yeah. Okay, this wolf goes up and that's going to attack Alhara because her boss is... Oh! Really? It's almost impossible to miss
Hey.
Alhara.
It is. But guess what? I've had a round
Yes.
since last it
Are
did things.
Are you flat-footed, though? Can you do this? What are you trying to do? What's it called?
It's called Opportune Riposte.
Whoosh.
So it tries to bite me, and she just swings with the bow staff. She just like jabs at it with the end of this bow staff to be like, get away from me. Ugh.
Reactions when you're grabbed.
Can you not make reactions when you're grabbed?
I don't know. I'm asking.
I think that you can, right? Unless you're restrained or, you know
Well,
what I mean?
I get the flat-footed and immobilized conditions. I get a -2 to my defense. Some effects give you the flat-footed condition, and let's see. It does nothing about changing your action economy.
It's fair. I mean, I don't know. I was literally asking, so
Yeah,
that's fine.
I didn't think so. So 16 against its armor class for 7 bludgeoning, which for the record is a roll of a 2 on the dice.
It does not like that. It attacks you one more time and it's barely alive. It's trying so hard to kill you and attack you and miss you. But then something happens. Something really bad.
It can keep trying.
This cave is insane. It's no wonder they didn't use this place. What on earth is...
Coming out of the shadows, from the back of the cave, behind the direwolf, you see a creature emerging from the shadows. This creature is absolutely enormous.
Interesting.
It looks like what I would call a Varghest, I think. Is that right? Am I getting
That's
my
some sort
monsters
of
straight?
giant werewolf with the bat nose? Oh, like a cave werewolf?
Yeah, like a werebat.
Yeah, it's got really long, like sinewy ears, that turned up pointed vampire bat nose, but its werewolf-iness is unmistakable.
Yeah, it's like your bog standard werewolf if it had a were-bat face. You know?
And there's a brand on its arm, CM. Is that right, or is that the artist's name? The artist.
Oh no, that is a CM.
Is that a...
Maybe that's not the artist. Maybe it's like a tattoo. Maybe like this is like a were critter.
Huh.
And it's kind of glowing like the way yours glows, doesn't it, Darius?
Is it?
Definitely bipedal, but yeah,
I don't know if I can see.
bat-like face, nose, long swept-back ears.
No one can see mine.
Mane of hair that goes back along the neck. Very muscular. Looks gigantic. Gigantic claws, for eating bears, I bet. Yeah, that's terrifying. And probably not a werewolf. I was leaning towards werewolf, but...
Yeah, you're thinking, wow, werewolves are nothing compared to this thing.
Yeah, I'm scared.
You should be. So this thing wanders up, sees what's going on, and as it sees all of this,
That is such a big creature.
it's it makes the dire wolf look tiny. Like this thing is gargantuan. It barely can fit
Oh dear.
into this cave. So as it sees all of this, it
I'm trying to draw a template for myself so I can kind of see how I can angle this thing.
So it walks up, pushes past the dire wolf, because it doesn't seem to have enough actions to get in there and attack Ahar or anyone else, and then decides to put its claws out, does the old predator, where it puts its arms out and its claws, and you realize, oh boy, this thing is,
Oh no.
this thing is dynamite! It is going to mess us up. And so this thing is not a wolf, and this thing is going to hit just a tiny bit harder than the things you've been fighting. Just a
Oh
tiny
boy.
bit. Just a tiny bit. Don't worry about it.
You've been listening to Roll for Combat 3-Ring Adventure, a Pathfinder actual play podcast. If you have a question or comment for the show, please visit us at rollforcombat.com. You can also find us and play various games on our Discord channel at discord.rollforcombat.com. You've been listening to Roll for Combat. Until next week, always remember that chaotic greedy is not a real alignment.